Merry Christmas!
Just hear the sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Lovely weather for staying back together with you. Outside the snow is falling, friends are calling you. Come on, come on, come on. Lovely weather for staying back together with you, with you, with you. Giddy up, let's go. Let's we're riding in a wonderland of love. Giddy up, it's great.
What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and in this installment of Counting Down to Christmas with me, Polish Blissfully, I'm going to be sharing with you how I created these really festive French tip nails complete with a little snow globe that has glitter and all that stuff in it. So these encapsulated French tips were super easy to do, and I picked a few really festive glitters from the GlitterArty Nails advent calendar and also one of my favourite all-time glitters from Glitter Planet UK. So if you guys would like to see a complete tutorial on how I created these nails, then just keep on watching. So guys, diving right in with today's tutorial, and to begin my look today, I've already gone ahead and popped on my nail tips. I've already did my cuticle work, primed my nails, dehydrated, all that good stuff. I've then went ahead and sanitised my nails so I have nice clean nails ready for the gel application. So guys, the very first of the gels I'm going in with today is by Venalisa, and this is their builder gel in thin pink, which is an absolutely beautiful covered pink, and I love it. It's the first time I've actually used this one, and I thought it was going to be like a translucent pink, but it is more definitely like a fully opaque peachy sort of cover nude, and I really do adore it. These are amongst some of my favourite gels. They are so easy to work with, cure in 30 seconds, and are an absolute breeze. So for this, I'm going in and I'm creating just nail beds on all of the nails except the ring finger. For the ring finger, I'm going to do a complete full cover nail of this cover gel. So as you can see, it's super easy to work with, and all I'm doing is moulding it out until I have the tip of my nail bed in line with the tip of my nails. And then all I do is try my hardest to make sure I have got that gel in line with everything, and I have created like a little ledge. So I want to make sure the side walls are nice and sharp. I will be going in later on and filing them into shape, but it just makes it a little bit easier if you try your hardest to get the shape in line then. So now as you can see, I'm just going on with the ring finger, and as I mentioned previously, this one is just a complete coverage of that cover pink, and I do 2 coats of this, being sure to cure each coat in between for the full 30 seconds, and I also do the same on all of the nail beds. And then once I've finished that, this is what all of the nails look like so far. So as you can see, I have all of the nail beds on all nails and a full cover nail on the ring finger. And I'm now going in with my nail file just to refine those nail beds and buff and shape my nails. So what I do first is use my nail file, as you can see, and I push it up towards the side of my nail, being sure that I avoid the skin, because I have cut myself on numerous occasions. You do not want to do that, but I just make sure I have sharp side walls, and then I go in and do the same on all of the nails. Then I take my nail buffer and then I smooth and refine that nail bed area just before I go in with the glitter. I will be doing a little bit more filing later on, but it just makes the glitter look a little bit nicer if you have a polished nail bed area. And then now I'm going in with the first of my gel colours. So this is my favourite gel polish of all time. This is Wildfire by Kiki London and is the most festive red I have ever found. So I'm just going in to completely cover this whole nail tip with that, and again I am just refining that smile line so everything is nice and neat. And then if I do make any mistakes, I go in with my gel brush and some acetone just to clean up around that edge to make sure everything is nice and polished. And then once again I pop that into my LED light for a full cure. And then I do go in with the second coat just to make sure this bottom layer is fully opaque and that nice rosy red shines through. And again, as you can see, any cleanup, I am just using my gel brush and some acetone to make sure everything is nice and clean before I pop that into my LED light. So now moving on to the glitter part of this nail. So as you can see, I'm going in with Ink London's ijel in clear, and I'm just putting a thin layer of this over the whole of the bottom of that tip. And again, as you can see, I'm really brushing that in to make sure there is no bulk whatsoever, and it's just a nice even layer for me to adhere my glitters to. So then I'm going in with Magic Elf, which is the first of the two GlitterArty Nails glitters that I'm using from their advent calendar. This is a stunning holographic red, almost cranberry shade. So I'm completely covering the red with that, and then I'm going over the top of that with this fantastic glitter from Glitter Planet UK. This is Holo Red Shards, and it's one of my absolute favourites. The shards are really small, so they're so easy to just be laid on a wet surface and they will stay. They're going no place at all, so they are fabulous to work with. And then once I've cured that nail and all of that glitter is in place, I am now going in again with that Ink London clear and my number 6 Klinsky brush just to fully encapsulate the bottom of that nail tip. And then I do go ahead and encapsulate the whole nail so I have an even nail for filing. And as always guys, here's a quick look at the nails once I have filed and buffed everything into shape. And I am now going to go ahead and once again and sanitize those nails to make sure all the dust and debris is removed before I go ahead and work on my nail art. And now moving on with the ring finger, which is the one that is going to be the decorated one with the 3D globe. I'm first going in with 2 coats of Kiki London's Wildfire, being sure that I cure each coat for 30 seconds. And then I go over that with a layer of Gelish top off, so I have something to adhere my glitters to. And I'm going to be using the same 2 glitters as we used previously. So I first go in using the sprinkle method, so again just tapping my brush and dispersing little amounts of that glitter over the whole nail. So I first go in with Magic Elf, and then I go in with some of those red shards, so this nail ties in with the rest of the design. And then I fully cure that nail and top coat it twice, and then I go ahead and buff that nail so I have a smooth surface for the rest of my design. And then for some ornamental stamping, I am going in with Lina Nail Supplies stamping plate in Swirls and Twirls 02, and I'm using this absolutely gorgeous Baroque sort of style image and the gold polish from zjoy, I think it is, but I will leave the exact names to everything I use linked down below as always. So I'm stamping that directly onto that buffed nail, and then once again I top coat that and fully cure that so I have a smooth surface for my little 3D dome. So now we're moving on to the best part. I'm going to be using these pre-made little snow globes that I picked up from AliExpress. And then to fill that up, I'm using Wish Upon a Star, which is another advent calendar glitter from GlitterArty Nails, as well as some of those holographic stars from Glitter Planet UK. And then I'm just going to be filling that up. You don't want to put too much in because you do want to see it float about in the baby oil. So I'm just basically putting some of the mylar flakes, some of those little stars, and then I'm just laying a little bit of a foundation on the bottom. And then since I didn't have a syringe, I'm just going to be dipping a thick brush into that baby oil and then basically just placing the drip inside and filling it up that way. It did take me a mother of a long time, but let's face it, it was well worth it. And then I'm just going to clean any excess baby oil off of that little globe before I go in with some of the acrylic powder. So the acrylic powder I'm using is Crystal Glass from CJP, and I'm also using their monomer. I'm using the Alpha brush, 3D nail art brush, just to apply a thick sort of bead of acrylic over the top of this to seal that hole. And then to apply it to the nail, as you can see, I'm just using another bead of the same acrylic, putting a tiny little wet bead on there, and then I'm placing that little globe on top and holding it until that acrylic dries. And then I do go around the sides of it with some more acrylic just so it's secure to that nail, and then again I leave that to set before moving on to the next step. And then to jazz up this a little bit more, I'm first going in with some more of that ijel in clear, and then I'm surrounding that snow globe where the acrylic is, and then I'm going to wrap a little thin gold chain around there, cut it to size, and then fully cure that in my LED light so the little chain is totally secure. You want to make sure you are rotating your hand just to make sure the light penetrates underneath all that layers and the chain is fully secured to the nail. And then simply because I didn't think it had enough Christmassy feel to it, I wanted to add some more bling. So I'm going to be using these little sort of square rhinestone type things. I'm not sure exactly what to call them, little gem things that I got in a little set from AliExpress, and they're tiny little square ones with clear crystals in them. So I'm just basically going to create a U shape going around that whole globe, and then again I pop that into my LED light to fully cure that, making sure I am rotating my hand so everything is secure. And then I do go in with another layer of Gelish Top It Off just to bring my glitter to life and give my manicure a really glossy finish. And then as always guys, as you know, my last and final steps is to go ahead and wash and sanitize my hands, apply my hand cream, and I'm now going in with my favourite cuticle oil, which is Baroness X peppermint oil, and I absolutely love it. It smells fantastic and really just reminds me of Christmas, which is completely fit for these nails, let's be fair. So I just go ahead and work that into my skin, and that is this design complete. And finally guys, that is us reached the end of today's video, and I must admit I'm absolutely in love with these glitter tips, and I really hope you guys enjoyed my take on these festive French nails complete with a little snow globe, because it is just that time of the year. So I absolutely love how this one turned out, and I hope you guys do too. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up, I would totally appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Kylie, I am a complete nail polish addict, and on this channel you will find everything from nail art to swatches, reviews and the occasional haul. So if that's something that piques your interest, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that notifications bell. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!